Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another Tesla weekly video for today. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. So in today's video we have a lot to discuss. News out of China, of course, Elon's visit there. Some rumors about the new Model 3. You might have seen this already in the thumbnail. A lot of numbers out of Europe. Some analysis from a Citi analyst with regards to Tesla price cuts. And then at the end of this video, as always, we're going to have a look at the graph. Some positive news there. So let's first start in China. So last week, Tesla sold 12,800 vehicles in China. That's the highest number in 8 weeks. As predicted last week, week number 8, usually where things pick up. Then you've probably heard about Elon's visit in China. So he also met with the CATL CO. That's for the batteries. He also visited the country's Commerce Ministry and Industry Ministry, which has regulatory oversight of the auto industry. There was also Tesla executive Tom Zhu and Grace Tao, Tesla's based public affairs chiefs, are there as well. And then he obviously went to visit the Tesla Shanghai Super Factory or Gigafactory, talked about the quality of the vehicles there, talked about how impressive the team there is working. Have a listen.
And I tell people in throughout the world, the cars we produce here are not just the most efficient production, but also the highest quality. I just feel like there's so much that gets accomplished. There's so much positive energy of getting things done that actually I think will be very important, not just for Tesla, but also for the world.
And of course, since this wasn't just Elon going to China, it was Elon and his team. So not a small trip, probably very, very important for Tesla's future, especially in China and especially with the tensions between the United States and China and Taiwan rising. Now, there were also some rumors, some reports that were saying that, well, Elon got maybe a sneak peek of a potential new design for a Tesla Model 3 refresh. Been talking about this refresh Project Highland for a while. Now, why does it make sense that this model or this design will come out of China? Which, by the way, could be two different designs. Because we know that Tesla planned to build a new design center in Beijing this year, which was in 2022, according to the Chinese government. It states here, in early 2020, Tesla announced plans to establish a new research and development center and a new design center in China to build a Chinese-style electric car, which leads me to speculate that a refresh might have two different designs completely. One made or designed in China, and then the other made probably or designed in the West and probably produced in Mexico, whenever that will happen. Now, with regards to the refresh Model 3, it's not just going to be exterior that looks different, but apparently interior as well. Hardware as well as software. And to be honest, if it does look similar to what we've seen, of course, some of the pictures on the screen here are rendering, but we've seen some leaks out there as well, resembles the design for the Tesla Roadster. If it does look like that, I think it's going to be extremely, extremely appealing because it does give that extra sporty look. And I think we're due for a little upgrade in looks when it comes to the Tesla Model 3. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you have not. Would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Now let's jump into Europe. So of course, Roland at Piloli on Twitter with the goods. This is the summary of Tesla registrations for May in the major European countries. Of course, we're still waiting for Germany and the United Kingdom. So the numbers from January to May are compared over the years. For 2023, the change is shown as a percentage of the previous year, and the transparent bars are obviously the ones that are still missing. Which you can clearly see that Tesla in Europe is a company that is, well, having issues with demand. Now I'll go over individual countries. So Norway. So despite the fact that subsidies were reduced in Norway at the beginning of the year, Tesla sales are better than ever, with May as many cars already sold as in the previous year, only at the beginning of November. Then if we jump to Finland, we see they reported 532 Tesla sales for May, which is the best quarter so far, up 335% year to date and 24% year over year. Going over to Sweden, they reported 2,477 Tesla sales in May, second best month ever, best quarter so far, up 145% year to date, up 10% year over year. As for Austria, they reported 850 Tesla sales in May, best quarter so far, up 159% year to date, and it's actually down 27% year over year. Now, as for France, which is one of the big markets, so they reported 4,012 Tesla sales in May, second best quarter so far, up 114% year to date, but down 36% versus the total of 2022. But if we're continuing like this, expect this year to be much better than last year. As for Italy, they reported 1,477 Tesla sales in May, second best month ever, best quarter so far, up 381% year to date, and up 21% versus the 2022 total. As for the Netherlands, they reported 1,267 Tesla sales in May, that's up 959% year to date, and up 34% versus the total of 2022. And as for Belgium, no, I didn't buy any Tesla car yet. They reported 995 Tesla sales in May, which is the best quarter so far. It's up 265% year to date and up 32% versus the 2022 total. Now going back to the Nordics, Denmark reported 1,431 Tesla sales in May, third best month ever, best quarter so far, up 635% year to date and up 152% versus the total of 2022. Now we also got some more info here with regards to Denmark. So the Tesla Model Y is the best-selling vehicle this year, with sales exceeding the runner-up by more than 3 times. And yes, the Model Y is way more expensive than the Peugeot 208. Then going south, so in Spain, they reported 1,160 Tesla sales in May, best month ever, best quarter so far, up 147% year to date. It's down 23% compared to the total of 2022. Then as for Switzerland, they reported 919 Tesla sales in May, best quarter so far, up 30% year to date, down 66% versus the total of 2022. So as you can see, Tesla is doing quite well in Europe. Of course, still waiting for UK and Germany numbers. That should tell us way more about this quarter so far and how we're going to perform throughout the year. Now, with regards to the effect of the price cuts, so Citi have done a little research here. So their latest data from the Mindshare shows that Tesla's April price cuts drove higher traffic in April, 51% versus 47% in March. Preliminary May data suggests the company's share remained above March levels, 48% versus 47%, and above Q1, 46%, but below April's initial spike. They continue by saying that Tesla has consistently experienced significant net inflows from all automakers, particularly after the price reduction in April. Furthermore, among Tesla's total visits, the strongest net inflow came from Hyundai, Kia, Volvo, and General Motors. So as you can see, Tesla's price cuts having some positive effects here. Of course, some people will still say, yeah, but advertising is better. Well, again, we're coming back to the same point over and over again. You can advertise, but what's the point of advertising a product that's too expensive that nobody can buy? When the price comes down and is right, yes, advertising will be the logical step to make to inform the public, to educate the public that yes, you can go on your road trip, no problem. Superchargers are very, very reliable. The battery is reliable. The technology in the car is much better than the one you have right now, etc., etc. I agree. Now, before I conclude this video, let's have a look at the graph. And as you can see, we closed this week above the 200-day moving average, which is the first time since September of last year. Now, RSI, still pretty okay in my opinion, under 60, so nothing crazy there. When you look at the MACD, we are still bullish and we're still under the zero. So in my opinion, there is still some way to go with regards to the momentum that Tesla is gaining currently. Because if we look at the start of May until today, the stock is up 36%. So quite a month. So overall, quite an exciting week for Tesla. I'm excited to hear more about what's going to happen there in China. Maybe some expansion, maybe a specific design for Tesla China. Remains to be seen what happens there. With regards to Tesla Europe, well, continues to perform just like we expect it to. Now, of course, with the United States, we're not getting such numbers right now. We always have to wait until the end of the quarter to get the overall global number. It's a shame, but hey, that's just what we have to work with. Overall, pretty good week. Let's wait and see what happens next week. Of course, the debt deal should be signed as soon as possible. Now, it's a question of, is the market in the buy the rumor, sell the news type of mood, or are we continuing with this bullish type of market? Let's wait and see. Overall, I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.